Spicy Sports Show with Sam Storm coming to you live from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It is July 11th, 2015. Man, it feels good to be back in Pennsylvania. It's been about, actually a month since I've been back here. But before that, it's been about a year. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little tired. We had a wedding last night. I didn't get married. But my best friend got married, so I'm pretty excited about that. Tell you a little about that at the end of the show. But I do have a special guest, so we do have Tom Crane here. We did the show in Chicago. Obviously, if you listen to the show, you really couldn't hear him at all. But we're going to try it again. So a lot on the plate today. So we have baseball. Thanks, Tom. We have some NFL news. And we have some NBA free agency, which has been a big hot topic lately. And then on top of that, my final topics will be talking about love, which is interesting. And just kind of seeing that last night again with the wedding. And on top of that, I'm going to talk about why I'm essentially done drinking after this weekend. So you guys get one more weekend of me having a fun time, and then I got to be a little bit more serious with some things. But hey, we got Tom here. So Tom, how are you doing today, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Fantastic to be here, and I'm glad that you made it all the way down to Lancaster. I know that in Chicago you couldn't really hear me, so that's why we're here live.
Exactly. So again, we're going to talk about baseball first, since that's been a big hot topic lately. All-Star Game is in a couple weeks, I believe. Actually, it's on Monday. So tell me a little about that, starting with the Home Run Derby. What do you got?
Well, for the Home Run Derby, we have 8 contestants. Albert Pujols is going to be facing off against Chris Bryant, Chicago Cub. So happy for that, but I think Albert Pujols might actually smoke him. We have Jock Peterson and Manny Machado, and I'm hoping Manny Machado will win because my fiance is an Orioles fan, so I had to live with that.
Exactly.
Then we have Josh Donaldson, who was actually the leading vote getter for the All-Star game. Terrific Blue Jay Toronto player. And he's going to be facing off against another Cub, Anthony Rizzo the Rat. And then we have Todd Frazier and Prince Fielder. If the Home Run Derby goes well, I could see some small upsets. I think Josh Donaldson, Manny Machado could actually be a winner. And I'm hoping that Chris Bryant, the future star, might make an impact, but that's Chicago Cubs' hope right there.
So Tom, honestly, I haven't been really paying much attention to baseball with free agency. Honestly, the NBA has been pretty good this year. So what has been honestly the biggest story in baseball first half of the season?
Biggest story is pretty much the standings right now. Just the fact that the NL Central is dominating any other division right now. The top 3 teams, St. Louis Cardinals, Pittsburgh Pirates, and Chicago Cubs, pretty much are leading in the wild card positions and in the wins category. There are some teams that are pretty close, like the Los Angeles Dodgers, who have 50 wins. But then underneath them, San Francisco Giants only have 44. So it seems like the NL Central is the division to beat. Another thing that has stood out to me is the Houston Astros. The fact that they're still in first place and that they're still running away in their division just by a little bit, by a half game against the Angels. It's just amazing since the horrible year they had last year.
So honestly, I mean, the Astros are in first place, and so are the Yankees, which have been a surprising team at this point, first half of the season. So what is the more surprising team to be at the top of their division, the Astros or Yankees?
For right now, I would say the Astros. Yankees, they do have a tough division with the Orioles, the Rays, the Jays, and the Red Sox, but it's a little bit more competitive, I feel, for the AL West. With the Angels and the Rangers, surprisingly. The American League East, yes, they're pretty much within 6.5 games of each other. The Red Sox are at the bottom of the basement, but that could change at any point because all those teams are evenly matched. But I don't see any of them being a powerhouse that will go through the playoffs and go to the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Red Sox are only 6.5 back, which is by far the best of all the divisions. It's in terms of at least being close. Obviously, most every other division is their worst team is double-digit games behind. So I mean, honestly, again, any team can come out of the American League East, which again, it's you guys consider it the most deep division or the worst. So really, based off your perspective. So second half of the season, what do you really expect to happen um, out of the American League anyway to start?
I look to see that the Astros will probably go on a slide. They are actually on a four-game losing streak right now. Um, they're great at home, but on the road they're below 500, and I believe that most of their games will be away. So I do see a slight decline in the Houston Astros first place team. Um, in the National League, I see the Nationals and also the Dodgers dominating their divisions. And I don't see the Cubs, my team, holding on to a wild card that tightly. It'll come down to the last few months, September and October, where it actually really is a dogfight to pretty much grab the last wild card. So.
Okay. Cool. Any other baseball news, really? I mean, what do you got, if anything?
Well, I do have some news about the All-Star game.
Okay.
In the American League, there were four Royal starters. Unfortunately, Alex Gordon does have an injury, so in place of him, Adam Jones from the Baltimore Orioles will be playing in the outfield. And Marlena, my fiance, is very happy about that.
Obviously.
But other than that, the National League starters are going to be Buster Posey from the Giants, Paul Goldschmidt from the D-backs, D. Gordon from the Marlins, Johnny Peralta from the Cardinals, Bryce Harper from the Nationals, who is the top vote getter on the NL side.
Not surprising, cracks a home run every other bat, really.
Pretty much. Next is Stanton from the Marlins, who cracks a home run every single bat, pretty much also, and Matt Holliday for the Cardinals. On the AL side, it's Salvador Perez from the Royals, Miguel Cabrera from the Tigers, Jose Altitude from the Astros, Josh Donaldson from the Blue Jays, who is the top vote getter from the AL side. We got Escobar from the Royals, Mike Trout from the Angels, Lorenzo Cain from the Royals, Adam Jones from the Baltimore Orioles, and for the DH, Nelson Cruz from the Mariners.
Cool. All right, so that's it for baseball. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about some NBA free agency. That's been the big hot topic there, especially the case of DeAndre Jordan from switching from committing to Dallas to going back to LA, and then how all the other trades, as well as big-name free agents, and some max deals that I really think are a little bit whack, if you ask me. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, we got Lean On, Major Lazer, and DJ Snake on Spicy Sports Show with Sam Sharon on Spreaker Radio.
Nothing's ever what we expect, but they keep asking where we're going next. All we're chasing is the sunset. Got my mind on you. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter, no. If there's a moment when it's perfect, we'll carve our names as the sun goes down. Hey, as the sun goes down. Hey, as the sun goes down. As the sun goes down. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter, no. Nothing's ever what we expect, but they keep asking where we're going next. All we're chasing is the sunset. Got my mind on you. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter, no. If there's a moment when it's perfect, we'll carve our names as the sun goes down. Hey, as the sun goes down. Hey, as the sun goes down.